Alright guys, so here it is, the new 2022 F250 Superduty. This is my first Ford truck since 2004. The last Ford product. The last Ford product I had was a 2004 F150. I'd been trying to make the jump to a Super Duty for quite some time, but really it came down to what I thought a good deal was, and I always thought Ram and even GM had better deals on their trucks than Ford did. That is until the pandemic hit. So now everybody's pretty much charging sticker price or more for their trucks, so I thought this would be a good opportunity to get into a Ford. However, it's hard to get into any kind of heavy-duty truck these days, but I was fortunate to find this on a local dealer lot. This isn't the exact color combo I probably would have ordered, and I've actually since ordered another one, but for now, until the new one comes in, I'm driving this Lariat F250. Some options that were not on here that for this price of truck I probably would have wanted and did order on my new order, but I really just kind of wanted to show you around the truck. I've got about 1,000 miles on this truck so far, and I want to really just kind of share with you my thoughts on the truck. If you see that, that's probably my favorite thing, well maybe my second favorite thing, is the new screen. So I have been waiting on Ford to update their sync system. The 21s had the older sync system. The 22s, they put the new screen in where it kind of matches what's in the new F-150s. It is so much better. We'll show you here in just a second. So this is a diesel with a 10-speed. The truck is a little dirty, so you have to forgive me for that. But it's a pretty cool truck as far as the options. Came with halogen headlights, which for a sticker north of $70,000, you would think you could get non-halogen headlights standard, kind of like GM does, but Ford does not. But Ram doesn't either for that matter, so can't just say that's a Ford thing. Some things that I do like about the exterior of the truck, it just looks big. My favorite thing about the exterior is the size of the bed. This is at least 5 inches, maybe 6, depending on how you measure. Ram claims to have a 6-foot 4-inch bed. I believe that Ford claims to have a 6-foot 9-inch bed. Doesn't sound like a lot, but if you tow a fifth wheel, kind of like I had issues with my Ram, I had to buy a gooseneck extender that extended it out 4 inches. This bed is automatically a little longer, so for towing, it may work out for you to where you don't need something like that. This does come with a 2.5-inch receiver hitch. I've heard a lot of complaints about how these hooks, getting your hooks for your chains in here. Honestly, I have not used this to tow with yet. If you look, it tells you what your max tongue weight, max towing weight is on the sticker there. I do like the diesel cap. I do like the fill nozzle here and how big it is. Easily accepts truck stop fuel nozzles, which the Ram would take them, but it didn't like it. It was a tight fit, so these are a lot better for that. One thing I'm not a fan of is this little flimsy fuel door here. I don't know if you can see how flimsy that looks, but kind of cheap. All right, let's go to the inside of the truck. Now I do love the room of the Ford. Now you guys know I went from a mega cab to this, and so I'm used to having a lot of rear seat room. This is pretty much where I sit. Actually, no, this is not even where I sit. I have the auto exit feature on, so we'll put it to where I sit. So in that position, that is plenty of room. And then of course the seats do fold up. Got some stuff under here. You don't have any room behind the seats. This seat does not fold down at all. This seat folds down, and that's where your jack is. You do have power outlets in the back. You have a 110, USB-C, USB-A, and then also have 12 volt. And that's handy. The version of the Ram that I had did not have that. Of course, it was a little bit of a cheaper model. You do have LED lights on the inside, which kind of makes it even that much worse that you don't have them on the outside. Truck's dirty, but came with these floor mats, and these are actually pretty good floor mats. I'll probably hang on to those. All right, so that's a quick overview of the truck. What I'd like to do now is share with you some of the things that I like about the truck and some of the things that I don't like about the truck. So let's start with a don't like, and we'll start here on the outside. This right here. Why? Why do we still have an antenna here? Okay, my Ram did not have an antenna at all, and I think that, I don't know if GM does that or not, but Ram did it on a 2019. They just incorporated, I guess, somewhere on the top where you already have two other antennas for Sirius, probably navigation. Why not just put it there? This is literally the ugliest thing I've ever seen. Now sure, you can take it off and you can put a smaller one on there. Yeah, it's going to probably affect your radio reception, but I just don't like the placement of it. And if you just take it off, now you're left with a hole. So you don't want that because water will probably get in there. And so anyway, it wouldn't be as bad. You can, like I said, you can get a replacement antenna that maybe was cut down to here, and then that be your antenna, but it's still just like it's in an awkward place. I mean, that's where most antennas are. Some people put them on the body, but why have that at all? It's the worst. Ford, get rid of the antenna. Okay, here is another dislike. What I thought was going to be awesome was this wireless charger here, and you just put your phone on there and it was going to charge my phone. This is the most useless wireless charger I have ever seen in my life. One, it doesn't charge fast at all. Two, it gets incredibly hot. Your phone gets hot. In fact, this charger will get my phone, I have an iPhone 12, it will get it so hot that if you take it from the charger and try to use it, your screen is so dim because your phone is overheated that you can't use it unless you're pretty much in a dark room. So outside, forget about it. You're not going to use it. The other thing is the connection comes and goes. It will, the screen tells you when the wireless charger is active. You'll leave it in the same spot. 1 minute it'll charge, the next minute it doesn't. This would have been better served as a sunglass holder or another little cubby. You'd be better off using the USB-C to lightning charger, which is extremely fast. This is nothing more than a novelty. I know people have wireless chargers figured out, so I think Ford could have done way better there. Okay, here's another gripe. It's not really a complaint, but I guess just a gripe. So again, this truck costs north of $70,000, and I had to use my little clip-on LiftMaster thing. And I know it's an option, but it really shouldn't be an option. It's like a $165 option. I would have gladly paid that. This truck just didn't come with it, but it just seems silly. Why not make that standard, a garage door opener? I mean, come on. All right, so one of the coolest things is the new sync system. This thing is incredibly fast. You can do just about anything that you would normally do with an iPad on this screen. The zoom in works exactly like an iPad would, and you get really good detail. And with this button here, you can make that full screen. Alright guys, so let's fast forward a little bit. It's been about 6 months since I recorded the first part of this video. I've had the truck now for 6 to 7 months. I've got about 5,000 miles on it. I've done quite a bit of towing with it, from utility trailers to fifth wheels, and I am a fan of the Ford. Now this is an F250, and I'll be honest with you, I've towed some things that are technically overweight, especially with a fifth wheel as far as pin weight. When you add up all of the people I've got in the truck and the payload capacity and all that stuff, it's actually a little bit over. But as far as the truck goes, you can't tell. This 10-speed is great. It pulls great. The power is far beyond the power that I had in my non-HO Cummins truck. I would not go back to that engine versus this Power Stroke engine. And in 5,000 miles, I haven't had any problems with the truck. No warranty issues, no engine, transmission, no glitches of any kind. It's just been the perfect truck. We just got back from a spring break trip where we pulled the camper. I had 3 kids, 2 adults, 2 car seats, all of our stuff. Everybody was comfortable. The only problem we had was that diesel's $5 a gallon, but you know, that's life. So anyway, after 6 months, I can tell you that I'm definitely a fan.